Hi, everybody. Welcome to Hooking and Stitching Island Style. I'm Antoinette, your hostess, coming to you from Deer Island, New Brunswick, Canada, located in the Bay of Fundy. I want to welcome all returning Fiber Feeling members, new Fiber Feeling members, Island Yarnies, Yayas. If it's your first time here and you enjoy what you're about to see, or go check some of my other videos out, then click subscribe, the bell, and all, and hopefully YouTube will notify you when I upload a video, have a live, or post on the community tab. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching. Hey, sunshine. How are you doing this morning? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Oh my gosh. I was working on my Work the Whips, hashtag Work the Whips 2025. Welcome in, Perp. Dawn Aaron. Little sis, welcome in. And yeah, I'm up to 8 whips in part 1. Okay. I'm just saying, okay. Yeah, I've got the video done. I've got to finish the editing and upload it and then start filming part 2. But let me tell you, personal accountability to myself and to you guys for my startitis. And have I started any new projects? 2. But in my defense, some of them are Christmas presents for next year. And basically what I do is I find the pattern, find the yarn. Welcome in, Melissa. And I put everything together and I might start and do a few rows or just do some ribbing or something like that. But what I am going to show you today, I got my first pattern for the Happy Mail Advent 2025 project. My partner is Dawn Aaron at Dawn Aaron Loving Hands Creations, and she's in the chat. But I got my first pattern, and it is a shawl, a beautiful shawl knitting. By the way, she's gotten bit by the knitting bug, so now she wants to learn how to knit and has all these knitting patterns, same as little sis did several years ago, got into knitting and now loves knitting. She's knitting socks, she's knitting garments. Not to say we don't love crochet, but they're different fabrics. So this is the Falderal shawl by Rosemary Romy Hill. And this is the shawl. I get a little bit of Stephen West vibe if you look right here with like almost like these windows on his painted, I think it's painted bricks he does. But I got that, and I have to wait for the yarn for this, but that's okay. You did a good job picking it out, Dawn. Welcome in, Sharon. Sharon loves purple. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, I have been busy. I've got my new intro video out. I'm trying to organize things. Some changes coming in the craft room. I'm taking down the big flat screen. It's going to go downstairs. I have another monitor coming, and there'll be 2 monitors up because it's easier for me to edit. Okay, awesome, Perp, awesome. Yeah, I've a lot of people have exchanged their patterns, and welcome in by hook or by needle, Sam. Welcome in. Welcome in, Katrina. Welcome in, Kendall. Welcome in. Don't forget your thumbs, guys. It helps the algorithm up or down. This may not be your cup of tea, but it doesn't matter. I don't, everybody has their own opinion. So, but I can honestly say I've never left the thumbs down in the 5.5 years I've been watching YouTube and been on YouTube. I've never left a thumbs down because I feel, hey, if I don't care for the content, then I just change the channel. Welcome in, Anvita. So that's coming down, and I'm putting up 2 monitors. I've got to put in some new programming on the computer that somehow disappeared when everything updated for Obi. Reset the tutorial area, clean the craft room because the girls have been in here. I have my Addy out, and some things I'm just working on here and there that are going to be throughout the year for Christmas next year. If you remember all that bloom yarn I showed you, I bought specifically for the Addy because I'm going to make a blanket that looks like a knotted quilt out of the bloom. I bought the adapter to the Addy, and I was able to use, I have a little pink skill screwdriver because they recommend not to use a drill, but to use an electric screwdriver. Oh, from Demetra. Welcome in, Demetra. And I got 2 tubes done on it, and it worked up really nice, and it went pretty quick. I was just sitting there like this and just watching some YouTube while I was doing it. So I did 2, um, panels. I'm using this particular here, the, sea holly, and I have one that's called sandpiper. I think it's like a tan in it, and I'm also gonna use a 3rd, solid like Red Heart or Michael's, one of the just solid, uh, acrylics I have. So so that's something I'm just working on for next year. If you look right there, you see that that is where some of the whips are going, the smaller whips. Yeah, I got 8 on the list for part 1. I mean, and they're all big projects. And part 2 will be a lot of the smaller projects, but those are big projects, of which 4 are gonna see some really, really, Obi? 4 are going to see some love because I'm gonna get them done, because they're all 70% or more done. And I was honest, I mean, I have all my whips stacked up here. So I'm gonna be, transparency, accountability, the whole bit. And through the year, like I've done in years past, I work at it, and I do eventually get my whips done. It may take me, longer than I'd want, but, it's not to say I don't cast on or put something on the hook in between, like a smaller project, which I do. But I'm already planning my Christmas gifts for next year and I get an earlier start on it. Um, yeah, right now I've got a mess over here because I've got my lighting and stuff because I've got to set my studio up. Welcome in, Maritzola. It's very sunny today, but oh my gosh, is it cold? I will be I will be pinning the link in a little while so I can have people come up on panel and we can have a nice discussion on what you might want to discuss. Um, but yeah, it's my body is flipping around little by little. I'm starting to come back to Atlantic time from Australia time, but it's a struggle. Most nights it's 2 or better before I go to bed, or I will go to bed and I wake up at 2 and then I'm up for the day. And yeah, so it's taking a little bit of time, but it's little by little. Excuse me. Some of the other videos I am going to work on are putting together. I can't tell you how many gigabytes of video and pictures I have from Australia. That's going to go up, but I'm just trying to get caught up on the videos that I needed to get out for the beginning of the year. This week, at the end of this week, I will be doing the Aberdeen Wools mystery bag that I did at the beginning of the year, for the giveaway. I will be choosing the winner for that. Yeah, perp. Well, come in, Nancy. I have 3 by Lindsay, Nadeko Chic. Solar Flare is 90%, 95% done. And I have 2 more cast-ons I did, the Brioche Stepshaw and Peacock Ridge. But I knew I was just gonna cast them on. The Brioche Stepshaw is going to be a learning journey for me this year doing brioche. So that's gonna be a very slow project. None of my projects I am in a hurry to, frog. So far, I haven't come up on one I was gonna frog. I did talk about the fisherman's the classic Aran fisherman sweater that I had done cast on and have got a good chunk of the front panel done. But the problem, the difficulty when I ordered more of the yarn, 2 different dye lots, it's cream, but one's a little, I call it dirtier than the other one. Excuse me. So I may have to do helical knitting. And I didn't even know what helical knitting was, but that's what it's called when you alternate between 2 different sources of yarn, and that's basically for dye lots. Mine might be off, so it gets sort of like a very, very, very ever so slightly subtle striping, ombre, gradient, whatever effect of the same color. Helical is used a lot in knitting socks. So that's one thing that's got done. I got some stuff done around the house. Like I said, I am officially laid off work from the ferry, but I'm working around the house things I've got to get done, which is a list. It's like 10 miles long. I will be teaching, supplement the income. And I am going to be going through stuff to put up for sale, give away, donate, whatever. It's the year of purge, so, um, and I've gotta get somewhere. I have somewhere. It's my first time. I'm gonna try it, Perp. Um, oh, my head here. I just gotta get my head. Yeah, the brain's still got brain fog. Still got brain fog, but I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at it because welcome in, Christine. Welcome in, dear. Um, Side note, I've pretty much talked with everybody either by message or emails, and everybody seems to be happy with their partner choices. I did have some partners ask me about their partner, and I gave them little pieces of just maybe just to help, So I hope everybody that was helpful when you had a question asked me. This year we have the most participants. So I thank you very much. I'm really excited about this year. We got all our partners done. Everybody that wanted specific areas, I stuck to the specific areas. We were able to do that. So yeah. Um, and don't worry. If you don't read patterns, you guys can exchange something else. But it's just, that was what we decided on digital patterns. But some people don't read patterns, but there's other things you can do digitally. There are other things that you can do monthly besides sending a little note or card. Some are better than that than others. I know I'm not the best at saying cards. My cards are very, I don't know, short. I prefer, in person, talking to people, whether it's by video chat or in real life. What else? I talked about the videos. I talked about the footage from Australia. Let me see. I'm drinking my coffee. Oh, yes, I need more coffee. There's another pot brewing. My Ladybird cup from the said Ladybird Loves, and Beanie the Boss. That's Boss Beanie. So, last night I had played poker. That's what I do on Saturday nights. I got third. I was home by 2 a.m. and in bed. I was up at 6:30. I just laid in bed until probably, I don't know, 7:30, quarter to 8, and I got up. Excuse me, and the dogs gave me a dirty look and, kind of went, oh. I got up, and then they followed me out and went to their dishes for breakfast. We have a routine. Even when I was working, I got up at 4:30, and they had their breakfast before I left for work, and I'd give them their supper. Barb would give them supper at 6 if I wasn't home. If not, they know the routine. I'm gonna make a taco dip for supper tonight. I've baked a turkey since I've been home. I made meatloaf. So, getting things done. Oh, there you go. So if you have a question that you want to ask, put question marks before it. I don't know how to set Nightbot up to do weather. I have to learn how to do the command for that. But don't worry. 2025, the year of new things and adventures. Like I said, the new segments to the channel. Well, Perp, I'll tell you why I have to play poker. That was mine and Warren's date night every Saturday night. And we went every Saturday. Even if we were both working, we would show up after work, even if it was only for a couple hours. And these people that I play poker with, I've been playing with them almost 10 years. And it's like a family, you know. And like you guys have helped me through a really hard time. They loved him and they still talk about him, but I enjoy and I enjoy too because sometimes I take my knitting or my crocheting with me, and one of the guys says that I've put him into therapy because I'm knitting while playing poker and beating him. So he said I put him into therapy. They said they can't read me because when I'm knitting or crocheting, I'm concentrating on what I'm doing, but usually it's just basic stockinette or granny stitch or something, or a washcloth, something simple. But it messes with them, and that's why I do it. That's why I do it. I mean, who doesn't like a good diversion, keep them guessing type attitude, So another thing I'm looking at doing is my mic. I have been editing and uploading videos, I noticed that sometimes it has tendency to go in and out. Done some research, corrected settings. I know I move around a lot. Okay, that's my fault. But in the comments here, let me know if the audio has been satisfactory enough that it doesn't drive you crazy at times when I kinda go in and I come back in like this. One Filmora changed. I've had 3 updates in a week on Filmora, and for some reason, I've gotta contact them. Part of what I have when I'm doing putting the video clips together and, going through them, just checking to see if there's anything I need to adjust, there was a section where I could increase my audio on the video. That's gone. And I'm gonna say, "Hey, put it back," you know? I have a lifetime upgrade to it because I was one of the first people that "Welcome in, Dragon Cat, welcome in." I got when they first came on the scene, I've had it 5 years, you know, I've been using them because when I first started doing videos, I was using Windows, and it was so we're gonna go up the game. So I downloaded 2 and paid for 2, editing programs, Movavi and Wondershare, Filmora. So when I first started, it was Wondershare, Filmora, I think. I have one, Christine, but I have a problem because it gets lost in my hair and everything else, and it just but I'm looking at a lavalier mic, a wireless lavalier mic. I'm looking at that also. Doing my research. You guys know me. I'm kinda anal about researching things before I buy something new. But don't worry, if I upgrade to lapel mic as well as this, um, my other equipment will go for sale, good price. You guys know what I pay for this stuff. It will go for a good price. And any accessories like this boom arm I have here is made especially for the Yeti X. And Yeti X come out with a new upgrade to the X, the professional. So we'll see. It's just something I'm working with now. The audio that I use on my tutorials is right from my camcorder, and I have to check too because I upgraded that last year, and it's supposed to be able to put a mic onto it. But I find my tutorials, the audio seems to be good, and there's times I go in and do a voiceover on the tutorial to make it a little bit more clear, a little bit more easier to understand. So I'm like I said, I'm getting there. I even bought myself. I was at the airport, Christmas time, they had big sale at the airport, and I needed something to listen to because I got tired of listening to people snore and stuff around me. I bought myself I've never had these before, and they are really comfortable. It surprises me because I do have, earbuds, but I bought a set of these. It goes in a charging case here. They're Studios, and I actually like them. 'em. They're comfortable in my ear, whereas earbuds have a tendency to bother my ears. So I bought those to listen to on the plane, and I got them 50% off Christmas time. Because I had also bought these are Skull Candy. I bought these like 4 years ago. They're wireless, uh, you know, headset. I you I see a lot of content creators and people doing podcast stuff that have headsets on, and that's, I guess, so they can hear their voice. I don't wanna hear my voice. I got enough voices in my head. I don't need to hear any more voices. But when I'm sitting in living room knitting and crocheting and Barb's watching TV or something like that, and I wanna watch a podcast or I'm listening to a tutorial. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, Suzanne. Kangaroo lady, that's right. Um, I will put these on. Yeah, that's why, I'm trying to keep myself from doing this in my chair, and I have the mic here. Now, I am going to try in another video or another live that I do, I'm gonna go back to when I first got Yeti, and I'm gonna put it on its mic stand, on my desk stand, and see how that works. Because I can always use this boom arm for setting up double cameras, lighting. I've gotta try because with this curtain back here, I've got it pulled, but it's really bright, which is where I used to do my tutorials. Can you see my earbuds? Yes. They're called Studios. I'll hold that up right there so you can see them. Studios. They're not earbuds because I don't have an iPhone. I have or AirPods, whatever they call them. Oops, it's coming on. And they're Bluetooth, so they're very comfortable. They're like AirPods. I mean, you just it just fits my ear, just like that, and it works really well. What I did learn about them is I said, "I can't hear anything. These things aren't working." Then I read the book, tapping it, tapping the right ear 3 times changes volume, tapping left ear so many times change. So I do have the book for these, and I need to read it a little bit more. But hey, I'd already been up 30 hours. I was tired. But that's what I bought. I got them for less than $50 Australian, which would have been about 45 Canadian. So that was them. So what else? Before I open panel up, I'm trying to think. I have a I have my Addy is set up over here. I had bought a work table for it, so it opens, it goes down through the center, it's clamped. I'm gonna bring the smaller mushroom one down, put it on the other side because I can use because that is one way that's gonna be using up a lot of this acrylic I got for donations, for charity donations, as well as gifts. I'm even gonna attempt to make a jumper. It's a color block sweater with it. Oh, okay, Suzanne, I didn't know that. But they look just like the AirPods, and Studio is supposedly a good brand. I talked to one of my tech gurus, and they said, "Oh, no, it's a good brand, and it does get good sound." Same as my Skull Candy headset. It's Bluetooth, works great. Um, so yeah, so yeah, I saw that, Demetra. Yeah, I saw that. So one of the things, I have to say, going through these whips and doing this video, I am going to say the challenge here today. It's also in the video, but I'm going to issue the challenge here also on the live. Is really realizing, holy jeez, I forgot I had that project there. And I've been finding hooks and needles and notions. So that's another good thing when you're going through your whips, finding all of your missing tools. The challenge for hashtag work the whips 2025. This is the hashtag, and it's going to be because I've used this before. We have done this, but this is 2025, and that's going to be the hashtag, and it can be used on Instagram, YouTube, the yayas. makes a way for you to quickly go to something. Is I'm challenging any of you guys out there that are not monogamous crafters to take accountability for how many whips do you have? How many will you finish? How many are you going to frog? Yeah, exactly, Demetra. Exactly. It doesn't matter how long ago you started a project. Okay, welcome in, Tank. Welcome in. It doesn't matter how long ago you started a project, because I had projects I was finishing up in the last couple of years that I had started when I first got back into crocheting and knitting in 2018. I always get it done. Okay, it's not a race unless it's a commission or a gift. It's not a race. It's all about the process for me. Some people don't like to do big projects. We all know that I'm just a glutton for punishment, and I have all these big projects going on. Right now, there are 2 blanket kits that I started, both Mary Maxim, and one was supposed to be a gift, but I ended up doing something else for her. So I've got those 2. Yes, Dimitri, we can use it you can use it on the Facebook, the Yayas. You can use it on Instagram. I don't post a lot on Instagram. I'm going to try to do more on Instagram, but basically it's between YouTube and Facebook that I post. Either way, because in the title of this, once it goes to replay, I'll have hashtag work the whips 2025, and I'm going to post in the community tab. I'm making the list. Okay, I'm making the list, and I'm going to post on the community tab. If I've mentioned any of the other content creators, I will also have you in my description box. As far as the patterns go that I'm talking about, and I say in the video, if somebody wants, a link to a pattern or something, or where I found it, yeah, it's sunny here. Exactly, Suzanne. Then message me. Instagram, Messenger, comment, email. And because there are so many patterns I'm going through right now, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So, and it again, it's opening my eyes up to Jesus, girl. You have startitis. Yes, I do. But you know what? I'll also have finishitis too. I will finish things. Thank you, Denise Lee. That's fine, dear. That's fine. Just be safe, my dear. Be safe. I know there's a storm coming this way. I have to look at the weather. I haven't seen it. I know we're supposed to said snow for Tuesday. I don't know. So if you guys are in the throes of a storm prep or a storm approaching you, snow, freezing rain, whatever, be safe. Send positive vibes out to you to be safe and not be affected by it. Like we were last Christmas. Remember, we were out power for a week. That's why I ended up buying a generator, which I have to go out and start. I'm supposed to start it every once a week. I just got back. So I'm going to go over to and pin this link and have some people up on panel. Remember, you come up on panel, you have to behave. Everybody knows no negativity, no politics, no religion, no agenda, no dramas. If you do, I'm sorry, you get booted. My 2025 is calm, peace, centered, balance. That's my, I got laid off work. Okay. I got other things I can do. That's a good thing, Tank. It's a good thing. I have to go. I got a call. We had to laugh, but I forget who I was talking to, but I got a call, and found, oh, stop, Suzanne. I got a call. Apparently, last May, 2024, there was an order put in for me to go have a CAT scan. Guess what? They called me. So Tuesday, I'm going for a CAT scan. Welcome in, Nisi. Welcome in, Nisi. Nisi, I watched your video this morning, dear, on the porch chat. I'm with you, dear. 2025, no dramas, peace, enhance your calm. That's what I'm looking for in 2025. So let me go over here. I've got to, let me see, did you StreamYard, YouTube? Okay. I got to go over here. Nope, YouTube. Here we go. Go here. I'm going to go here. We do this. We do this. And come on now. I don't, down. I hate these little heart things because they always get in the way. Okay. The message is pinned. Okay. Welcome in, little sis. Welcome in.
Hello. Happy holidays and Happy New Year, I should say.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to everybody. The Epiphany's coming up tomorrow, actually, is the Epiphany, which is, we used to call it Little Christmas in the Italian family.
Oh, yeah. This week, stuff is going down.
I didn't have any decorations. I did. Mine's on the corner outside.
Hi, Demetra.
I did do some research on, I was leaving StreamYard. I said, so they gave me 40% off for 6 months. So I did, because it was pretty much what I was paying before and all the same functions as I had. So 6 months, we'll decide. We'll see where I go from there. But I'm going to continue to use StreamYard, because like I said, I'm paying the same thing I was before they doubled the price. So I can't complain. It's no change to what I've been doing, because I've got my background, whatever it is, and all that stuff set up. So, and I'm really just having to try to learn another streaming platform. It's like, I mean, I learned tech, but I get frustrated with programs. If I find one that works and I like it, I stay with it. Unlike changing my equipment or my craft room.
Well, your craft room is like, it doesn't really cost you much.
No time. Yeah, I mean, little by little, it's getting there. I've got shelves, TVs coming down, dual monitors are going up, because I'm going to put shelves here.
Okay.
Clear some of this off. Yes, Christine, thank you very much. We were talking about the thummies.
Yep.
And if you're new here, subscribe. because the giveaways that I do are for subscribers only. And people say, well, that's not fair. Yes, it is fair because people that subscribe are the ones that come here all the time. And
Yeah.
I want to give a gift to them for their gift of their time coming and listening
Well,
to me babble like a
why
crazy
give
lady.
why give your hard-earned prizes away to people who just pop in every now and then and
That's why.
don't
And I
want to
did,
be here all the time?
yep. And I have got more diligent in checking. You got to be publicly subscribed. Okay, perp. All right. Okay, Tank. Be safe, dear. Be safe.
Yeah,
Sending
Dean was
positive, sending
Dean
positive
was
vibes out to the
watching,
storm.
yeah, some of that stuff down in the U.S. in Kansas
Yeah.
and down that way, like the freezing rain.
Yep.
Highways are atrocious.
Yeah. I gotta go to the mainland tomorrow and Tuesday, but I'll just take my time. But I mean, right now the weather's good. I've got to refill my cup now that you're here. I got to refill my cup because
Yeah,
I need caffeine. I've been
I
recording.
still have half a cup.
I've been recording the whips video.
This is my favorite one.
Yep, I've got that one. I've got several of those.
I just got the
And
one.
yeah, if you guys could see what's to the right of me, you'd say, "Oh my god." Yeah, because I brought all my whips out, and little by little, they're being put into some ones up on the door are the ones that I'm going to work up. Oh, come on, Obi, give me a break. I've got to put
Now
the
we have a peek of what's on your other side.
yeah. Well, if you look over there, if you look that way, you can see in the back of the door, up top there.
Whips,
Those
whips,
those
whips.
those are the ones that I'm going to work on first because they're the ones that are mostly done. You know, I started a couple more, but they're ongoing Christmas gifts. They're small projects. Actually using some of my bougie yarn and minis. You know, I'm gonna talk about that in the other video. Um, but no, going that, and I got my first pattern for Happy Mail Advent
Yep.
2025. Excited.
Zara and
We
I
have a
made ours.
future crossover coming because looking at patterns for me, she I guess apparently put a bunch of patterns into her shopping basket of knitting. So we may have another crossover. Not to say that we don't love crochet. I love crochet. I love amigurumi. In fact, I was just
Yeah.
talking to somebody. I got to get the yarn out and pull my Falcor pattern out so I can do another Falcor because I miss my Falcor. I want to put a shelf
Hey,
up, put
you'll
Amy's
find when
on
you
them.
do your second Falcor that your second one will be better than your first one.
Well, when I did the second Kraken, when I did welcome in Bear, welcome in Dear.
Hello.
When I did Dean's Kraken, that was my second one, and it came out better than the first one.
Yeah. It's like I did a total of three, what's his name? That snowman thing?
Olaf.
Oh, yes. I did two at the same time, and then I did yours, and yours came up so much nicer. Where'd you go to?
Just doing something here,
Oh, okay.
but I have to go get some coffee. Is what I have to do. My eyeballs. I'm getting better. I was saying
Oh,
I'm starting to get flipped around a little bit. Still having issues,
let me show
but it's
this.
yep. Go ahead and show.
I'm loving this pattern. Isn't that nice?
That's
That
that top
there,
you.
that line, all
Yep.
that's down there.
Yeah.
That's one repeat.
That's the one you're working with Jill Walcott on, isn't it?
Well, she helped me with the chart. But yeah, it's going to be a sweater. This is the back.
It's a real long. It's like a duster, isn't it?
Yes. I'm just going to put it just down below my bum. I think I don't want it down to my knees because where I'm short, I think that'd
Yeah.
be too much.
Well,
But yeah,
people that are vertically challenged have to watch
but
their horizontal lines.
yeah, but like it's such a pretty pattern. A lot of
Um,
yarn overs, as you can tell.
yep, it's really pretty.
And the
Bear,
wool. Yeah,
I do have the pattern for
you got
Falcor.
it.
I'm gonna look real quick for it in my library.
Okay, you can take me down. Thank you.
Hold on. There you go. Okay, let me finish what I was
Oh,
doing
and
here.
that's not a bruise. I know a lot of people ask if it's a bruise. I went to the dermatologist on Thursday. I had a dark spot there, and she
Yeah.
zapped it, and it went away.
Uh-huh.
And there was still a slight bit there. She was pleased it's not cancer or anything, but she wanted to zap it again. So to take, so that's what that is. If anybody's wondering, it looks like a. I think it looks like a little horseshoe. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to say that a unicorn kissed me.
There's a
But
couple places.
Dean got one of my shelves put together. One of
Oh,
my
did he?
shelves.
Awesome.
We went we went to Walmart yesterday and got some clamps, or not clamps, but those L's, and hopefully I can stick the that can help stick the shelves on top of the other one so they don't tip over, and also use them to stick them to the wall.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's my unicorn kiss.
I'm just trying to find the link to the one that I did. No, no, no.
Oh, your Felcor? Don't you have them all saved in one spot?
No, they're all over the place.
See,
Okay.
on my iPad, I have a folder of patterns, and then in that folder of patterns, I have folders of all the other stuff.
I've got it. I have a printed one of it. Oh, stop. No. No, I don't want Pinterest. Strawberry daisy chains. Okay, here we go. The pattern that I used there is strawberry daisy chains on Etsy. That's where I got it from. I don't have the link. I just put that's where I got it from. It's a pay for pattern. It's like I don't know, $12 or $15. It's not that expensive, and it's a great pattern. It's very very well written pattern. Very well written.
A lot of parts to that one too, right?
Yeah, a lot of parts. And I got I have a video somewhere that shows where I got the eyes, and then I got the white because like when I do the next one, I'm gonna do more of the white fur than I did with the eyelash yarn. I'm gonna use more of a fur to it to because on the real Falcor, it's on his face. I had to add that to it because I never ending stories on my favorite like kids movies. But yeah, so because Falcor is immigrated to Scotland, and that's where he's at now. That's where Falcor's at. But I
Probably.
need to make
Most likely very well loved.
yes, yes. She messaged me when she got him. She was all excited when he showed up. He made the trip.
Mm-hmm.
No worse for the wear. But yeah. So yeah, that's another thing that's going to be in the future. I very seldom redo a pattern, and I was just talking about this. I've made 2 Juliet tops. I'm on my second Farahon. But if I really like a pattern, I will do it again. And all the patterns I'm redoing, I gave away the first one or sold it, you know, that I did. The second Juliet top I kept for me. Now, mind you, I have to, and I figured out how to do it. I've got to pull the shoulders in a little bit. I've lost weight and everything's too big now, but I love that top, and I got to pull it in. And I figured out how I'm going to do that. Uh, yeah, so yeah, it's really opening my eyes to how many whips I have. I think I'm right around 15, 16 whips.
Oh my goodness, woman.
But I've got 4 that are 70% or better to be done, and some are um sorry, I'm getting lightheaded. My blood sugar just went um and some are for Christmas, so they're gonna be working through the year. I've got my Arnie and Carlos balls that Perp had done like 3 or 4 of them already. I've started my first one because I ripped it out so many times, but finally figured out how to make my floats look better and make my baubles. So that's just an ongoing. But that's a welcome back, Perp. Let's just talk about you. Happy New Year, Ola Joe, my
Happy
dear.
New Year.
Thank you, Ola Joe. Thank you so much, dear. Gotta run. Hugs to you too, doll. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. What a wonderful
Brian
community we
Bile.
have. Yeah, yeah, it's a great community we have. Correct. The whips exactly.
Definitely.
Oh, okay, Suzanne. You'll have to put that in the eye so we can see your first design. I'd like to see your first design. I've done one.
Yes.
I have three. One that I did, Darlene's got it, but I found my pattern notes book after a couple of years of it being missing. I found it. I just don't, my head isn't in the space to pick up them patterns and continue designing right now, anyways.
Okay, Perp. You gotta
Oh,
let us know
Perp.
when you're gone though and back.
No, I was just talking about the Arnie and Carlos balls that you were doing, Perp. I'm on my first one that I restarted. I don't know how many times, and they're on DPNs, and you've got all this yarn going. But the third or fourth time, I'm having better luck with it. They're coming out better. Again, it's color work, new to me. Well, Demetri, they're beautiful.
Don't know if I want to try color work in socks or a hat first.
I've done color work crochet in a hat, but
no knitting.
I can't remember. I really can't. My big thing is the floats and my tension. That's what I have to work on.
Because you know what? Like I had this great epiphany the other day of socks, but the bottom being a different color than the top. And then I thought, you can't do that. Unless you have color work. If you have color work in the top part, you could. But in order to make the bottom a different color than the top, you'd have some long floats. Does anybody know if there's a sock pattern like that?
Yes, there is.
There are?
Yeah, Nitty Natty has what she calls her scrappy socks. Oh, I got a few more than after I can't know much more.
I'll show you on these here.
Like this. You're talking about making it different colors.
Well, I've seen one that, yes, the bottom is like, it'd be like this, only the bottom part would be an opposite color.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking the bottom part being a one solid color.
And then doing you can do that. Just decide where you want to change, to go from the solid to the color, to striping or color work, whatever it is.
Well, it would be like with the DPNs would be different than with Magic Loop. I love Magic Loop. I will convert you one of these days to Magic Loop. Do two at a time with Magic Loop.
I have that on my list to do this year, and but it doesn't mean I'm not going to stop using DPNs or 9-inch circulars because I like my Haya flyers.
Well, that's what I use with these. My Hayas. Well, I don't think I had them with this one.
No, but
and I
not Magic Loop.
I washed them, but this is how I'm drying them.
I'm talking about the 3 Haya flyers.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. The ones that are like those Addy.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they're called, aren't they? Addy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that big piece of loop of cable just bothers me. It bothers me. It just bothers me.
Well, you just use like a 40. Sometimes it feels like it's short because when you're doing the heel and you added all those stitches, it feels like you don't have enough.
Yeah, see, I still like my DPNs, the 2 DPNs to do with heel. My tension's a whole lot better. I started this as a Christmas gift for next year. Welcome in, Mandy. Welcome in, dear. They're
okay. They're pretty.
That's because I'm just gonna make a bunch of.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mandy, I have your and I'm using my bougie yarns.
What do you actually call bougie yarn?
Hand dyed and expensive yarn. And Mandy, your package is right over there in the box to get mailed, so it'll be going out to you, dear. It's sealed up. I just gotta get on here and print up the label. So it'll probably be going out tomorrow or Tuesday when I make a trip to the mainland.
Oh, I'm sure you could easily do a perp.
Right, we can do it. Mandy, that's the way to do it, girl. That is the way to do it. You start with doing dishcloths.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you were telling somebody last week. I think it was
And
Mandy last week.
and there was some people I was in on a video chat there with some people, and I showed them what's in the mystery bag. I mean, in your nope, not for you. She's got the Australia yarn coming. The Aberdeen's mystery bag. There's only a couple people that have seen what is in the mystery bag, and I says, "Do you think this is satisfactory for a mystery bag?" And they said, "Oh yeah." So
Let me turn that thing on.
get that done.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a cup of coffee. I'm gonna turn this over to Sis. Anybody else wants to come up on panel? Yes, Dimitri, you do. You have that. I have to look at my phone. I have it here. It was because it was when the mail went on strike, and I wanted to mail all this stuff out because I got your email. And again, I apologize because I think that's the first time it's ever happened to me. Let me see here real quick, dude.
Oh yeah, I got with the mail back. I got my birthday card from Lisa, and we just got a Christmas card from Dean's Aunts. Oh, and does anybody else? Where did I get that from? Maritime
Okay,
Family Fibers. Does anybody get their newsletter from Maritime Family Fibers? Because a lot of these places that you get newsletters from, every now and then they will send you free patterns. And this here knitted sock pattern was one of them. I love the fact that the pattern goes all the way to the top of the toe. I think that's pretty cool. These will be my next socks. They're called, and it's a free pattern on their, I don't know, it'd be on their site. And that's the name of it. Can you read that? Or is it backwards?
Junko socks.
Yeah. So, yeah, I thought they were pretty cool that the pattern goes to the toes. And it looks like it's a pretty easy pattern. Hey, there's SPK. I learned SPK in this thing that I'm doing now. Yeah, if you go to Maritime Family Fibers, and there's also a hat with deer on it.
Mandy, if you like the polished wood, I have my DPNs and I have a couple pairs, knit picks. If you go onto knit pick site, they're Caspians, they're Majestics. They are really nice knitting needles, and you can even get a trier pack, and it's a highly polished birch wood.
And I have these ones, which I'm using with this thread or this yarn, because this is a Prima cotton. And it's pretty slippery. So I have these. I believe they're bamboo Chagus. I can never say that word. It's awful.
Chagu.
But these are so nice. And I had a dream. It would have been a nightmare that I had these in my hands, but because you're hitting them, there's all kinds of indent scrapes on this. It was that was a nightmare. Can you imagine? But yeah, why'd you do that, man?
I'm gonna go get coffee. I'll be right back.
Coffee. But yeah, I really like working with these. They are a bit more expensive because they're Chagus. And I do have, I believe it's Knit Picks. I do have that set. And the Knit Picks ones are pretty because they're all kinds of pretty colors. And then I also have, a year or so ago, they came out with, what was it, Knit Pro? They came out with this here one. Which I got to look at the colors. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. And who is this from? Oh, I got this. It's Knitter's Pride. I got this from Woolen Weaves Company. And it comes with like a little pouch and a bunch of little, like there's the square ones, and then their needles are squared. They're squared needles, and they're all different colors. They're all so pretty. I don't know if you'll be able to see. See all the pretty colors. Guess which one's my favorite? I think I did use these once. Square needles are a bit different to work with. But yeah, I mainly got it because I love the colors. I'm bad with that.
I'm back.
She's
I
back.
had to take a quick potty break.
Oh, you're allowed to do that, I guess.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. But I love the case. The vibrant colors, just like so pretty.
Okay, Demetra. When I went into my room.
You got to come back.
Yeah, I know. You can't see me.
No, I like seeing your face.
Demetra, here you go. This is your NACO mohair. We'll be going out. I sent all my auction things out. This is the only one I forgot to send out. And when she messaged me, they were on strike. So I said when I got back. So I've been back a week. So I'll get this out to her. Let me exit it. There we go.
Yeah. Yes, Mandy. Sometimes the metal is too slippery, depending on the yarn you're using.
All right. Oh, this stuff always sticks to you. I find if you wet your fingers, it'll come off. So I will get this out to you, Demetra, and get it to you.
Oh, Perp, what do you mean for the people who designed these socks? Because yeah, they also have a hat that's a colorwork hat with a moose. They're moose around the
Welcome in, Golden Age Crochet.
Welcome. Happy New Year.
So that's there, and it'll get out to you, Demetra. So yeah, it'll get out to you. So what else? There was something
now that the mail's back.
Yeah.
Yay.
There was something that clicked in my head when I was going in there trying to get this for her because I'm gonna put up here. Actually, I gotta mail out. This is my box that I have to take out to the post office to mail out. So this is Mork and Mandy's Australia yarn that she won that giveaway. I got to send this out to Demetra, and I can't find
color bags.
Yep, and the thing is, I know they're here because I was getting ready to mail them out, and they were stacked up over on my table here before I left, and then we went on strike. Was my member packs for Christmas, so I got to find out where I put them. And this, you guys can't see. I'm not gonna let you see what's in here. But this,
nice to know, Pope. Thank you.
This is the Aberdeen's mystery. It's gonna be in a different bag. I just put it in here for now. Giftaway that I'm drawing on the. It ends on the 10th. So if you don't get your comment in, something you have to do. But I think it's a pretty good bag because I had 4 and I combined from all 4 into here. And there's more than 5 skeins because that's what I got in each bag. There's more than 5 skeins in here. Those are the first 2 giveaways of the year. The end of this month, I'll be picking one on the Yayas as well as on here. Not gonna be great big things, but just a little something, maybe digital. Don't know. Might be a skein or hanker.
Digital is a lot easier for you for sure.
Well,
posting
also,
things can be expensive.
Well, it depends on who. Yeah, that's the big thing now. But so that's done. There was something that triggered in my head when I was coming back in here, and it totally went out of my head.
Must have been a lie.
No, it wasn't a lie. I just can't. What it is
Oh,
I've what?
and what I'm making this beautiful sweater with, look what I'm using.
Oh, you're using it.
I
Okay.
love this thing.
Do you? Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad you like it.
I love it. It was a surprise gift from Antoinette, from my big sis.
I have one here. I haven't used it yet. Oh, this one here.
That would be great for socks.
Yeah.
2 at a time.
Yeah. No, no worries, dear. No worries. No worries. No worries. Um, so that's some of the things there. So what's everybody working on? What's in your cup? What's the weather doing? You know what the questions are everybody always asks. I try to just to be different, but I mean, I'm just me. Poor Manelli. I gotta get something on her. I gotta go through. I have a few of my finishes that I kept. Um, there is one that I'm going to frog, I think, or I'm just going to, gift it to somebody. Does everybody remember that top I made from Lindsay that was in like the sunny? It was sunny
Oh, the
day.
yellow with all the drop
Bamboo Joy
stitches?
with all the drop stitches. Yep.
Yeah.
Probably end up gifting it to somebody. It's too long on me.
It's only too long if it's down to your knees. It's down to your knees? Wow.
I've lost weight and everything's too big.
Well, you need to start eating.
I do eat. I have cooked. I've made since I've been back. I made
What have you
big
had
meals.
today?
I
What
had
have you had today?
2 pieces of toast.
Okay. I
So I
had
had to
two
take.
pieces of toast for breakfast, and then I just had a muffin before I came on here.
I um I had to take 2 ibuprofen. The weather, oh, is really yeah,
Oh
pretty much
yeah,
perp.
it's
Pretty
the
pretty much
shoulder.
perp. Pretty much perp. Yeah, one of these times I'm gonna go through my makes and stuff that I have to see what I'm gonna take pictures of and put it up in my Ko-Fi shop, put it for sale. I've seen those Golden Age, those parasols. Crystal had a couple. Oh, they were gorgeous. Again, I like thread work. I'm crazy.
Oh, I saw something the other day. No, I don't think I saved it. I should have saved it and posted it on the Yayas. They're these older women. They were doing like it's like tatting. Only it's more intricate than the finger tatting.
Is it
They
like the
had
lace they were using, those long things they were throwing around?
yes. They were
That
like they looked like the old wooden line clip.
looms,
Like they looked like
clothespins,
yeah,
clothespins.
they looked like these. Only
Yeah,
there was a little bit of thread on it, and they had hundreds. Well, not hundreds, but a lot. At
lace
least
bobbins,
50.
lace
Yeah, and
bobbins.
they were just like flipping them back and forth with a whole bunch over here, whole bunch over here, whole bunch over there. And they're just flipping
Oh,
them all back and forth and then moving them around and
oh, it is. Yeah, it is.
it's
I've watched
gorgeous.
it. I've watched
Like
that video. That is that. It just amazed me.
oh yeah,
You
I
know.
showed Dean is like wow. Like I
Yeah.
learned tatting
No, I didn't learn.
quite some years ago,
No,
but I couldn't do it now with the hands.
spring and dawn, and then we're saying, "Oh, you should try to get into spinning." No, I can't go down any more rabbit holes. I've got a cart of crafts that I've got to get done by end this year from last year. I've got a few of mine done, but I've got all my kits I've got to do, and there are various needle felting and not macrame, but all different kinds of crafts that I need to start working on too.
It
Yeah,
is amazing.
but again, sort of semi-retired. I'll be able to do it, but just I'm trying to do more on the channel, and then of course I have my teaching, and then there's some stuff I've got 3 months left in as treasurer for the chamber, and then I'm done. I've resigned as of March. The end of March, I am done.
Yeah, like I would love to get into different things like spinning and that. That would be awesome. But
Well,
again, I,
It's
it would be like, I don't know if my hands could handle it, like having to hold the thread like so close and all that stuff. And
see what Bear just put. Spinning is
this
something
this
she said
thing,
she didn't need. Look what she just said. 4 years ago, now she has several wheels and spindles. No, I don't need to gain. I'm
yeah.
gonna set my sewing machine up and try sewing.
In
I,
one of the, who did it? Oh, Demetra on the Yayas. I don't know if you saw it on the Yaya. She posted, it was like a twig from a tree,
yeah.
and it was like the middle, and it had four pieces coming out. And what it looked like is they took off all the needles, varnished it, and made it into a spindle.
Oh
Have you
wow.
worked? Have you worked on that, Demetra?
Yeah.
Because I told her I'd love to see like how that works. Because she had a twig that looked like the spindle, the
The
drop
only way
spindle, I think it's called.
I'll do lace work with my thread and yarn and stuff like that, but I can't. No tatting, none of that stuff there. I do broomstick lace, which is another project that's going to be almost finished. Um, but I was the one thing I am planning on is setting my sewing machine up and maybe try and make a few project bags or something like that. Nothing, but that's I got to get downstairs and finish setting up downstairs. It's a whole thing. Barb and I, it's a whole thing.
You
Whole
know,
thing.
I've come to the conclusion that I don't know if we will ever have our, like, just to be able to sit back and say it's done, like my yarn room. Will I ever be able to sit down and say it's done?
I do that when I finish a project. I feel happy.
Oh, pardon me. Yeah, yes. But I mean, like a room. Like, how many times have you changed your room around?
Well,
Right?
that's because I upgrade and change in the yarn and that. But my Addy and the mushroom there, my mini machines, that's going to start eating up a lot of the totes of acrylic I have for blankets. Some for gifts, some for donations. You know, because I want to work through that. Plus, I've got to get a box together for yarn to send to somebody that I had to wait to get an address for them. I want to send them some yarn um, because it's in Canada. It's easier for me to send yarn in Canada than
Oh yeah.
because it's just the cost. I mean, I've been hearing people talk about the cost of shipping in the States has done. I ordered a Queen Crafts by Bridget. I ordered one of her bags. I saw this bag in the middle of the night when I was up, couldn't sleep. I was watching. She was on a live with Dawn Yarndall on that, and I saw this bag. I says, "Ah, mine." But I got it for a gift for somebody. But when she went to do the shipping to Canada, it was $89 to send this little, it's like the size of a sock bag to Canada. I said, "No, no, no, no." So I'm gonna have her send it directly to the person with a little note inside, "This is for you. I was thinking about you," because the shipping's just crazy. So, yeah. And as much as I like to try to support, um, the content creators and little businesses and stuff, it's hard now with the shipping, especially now too, I gotta watch. Look, we all know I have to pay my trip off that I just came back from. That's gonna take me
Mm.
6 months to pay that off, but and then get ready for the next one. But and investing in my channel because I'm trying to do more on the channel because I want the channel to grow organically. Yes, I mean 5.5 years I've been doing it. I'm almost at 1,500 subscribers, fiber family members, and my first paycheck I will be getting at the end of this month, and I'm going to show everybody what I made. And thank
Wow.
you for all of those that did the super chats. Now my memberships are different from that because I do not do my memberships off of YouTube. Those are from on Ko-fi, Coffee, whatever you want to call it, KO
I say
hyphen FI.
Ko-Fi.
But and I'm gonna redo my e-commerce store for finished objects, and there will be mystery boxes of yarn on there and blah blah blah. Because I like Kofi's, the fact that they don't take 30% of what you make. They take nothing. The only fees you pay are PayPal, and I have, Stripe fees I've gotta pay. Well, the problem is, Suzanne, even without tracking, it's still expensive. I
Yeah.
u
Oh, sorry.
In Canada, I use the flat rate boxes a lot because in the large, I can put 5 kilograms, which is like 11 pounds for $30.
You can shove a lot in one of those things.
I can stuff a large express post box pretty full. I've used quite a few, and Darlene's used them to send me stuff because I reuse them to send stuff to
Yeah,
other
just
people.
unfortunately, like the blanket yarn will not really fit in one of those things.
Oh, the stuff that you got from the auction. I have a corner of my bedroom that's Darlene's corner. In fact, one of the whips I was saying, and I totally forgot about that whip was that blueberry latte cake. I totally forgot about that sweater. I totally forgot about it.
Oh, that yarn is on my sofa
Yep.
because I got 2 of the blue and 2 of the green for you, and that's
Okay.
it for what I have for that.
Yeah. Well, the two blues should finish because if not, I was going to frog the whole thing and go to the
Oh,
blue green. It's almost done. All I
oh,
have to do is
stripes,
finish.
yeah.
I have to finish the front panel. That's it, and then sew it together. It's done, and do the cowl, but it's done.
Oh, yeah,
But
because it's like I think 500 some yards in each one. It's
yeah,
over 1,000 yards, so you definitely should have enough.
yeah. I mean, the sweater took a lot. Yeah, Golden Age makes crochet hooks. She makes crochet hooks. I met Golden Age on one of Winter's lives. She makes resin crochet hooks. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I've talked about what's going to be new for 2025. It's really nothing. I mean, it's just status quo here. I mean, that shelf's coming out of here. I'm going to put a shelf because I want to clear that corner out because I want to get another one of those cabinets like this to put beside it, and in that put my sock yarn and my bougie yarn, and then redo this whole rack over here. Swing that over to here. Swing this all over to there because of the lighting for tutorials.
Mm.
You know, I did, like I said, I did buy my ring light. I just don't have it, and it does get bright. Let me hold it up this
Oh
way
well,
so it doesn't.
that's what this thing is.
And I mean, I can put it up and down. I don't know what this button. What's this
Oh, I
one
got
do?
a tall
Oh,
one. You just got the
can
nice little one.
make it yellow. Well, it can go on to um, a which I have
And see, I can
tripods.
stick my phone on. There's 2 things that you can put your phone on, like the one in the middle of the one that you show there. I have one of those in it that has like you can move it, and then I have a stick that comes out that also you can use.
There's a sticker too. I just stuck it in there because it was part of it. I didn't want to lose the piece. I don't use my phone very often. I don't like recording on my phone. I prefer, I have the setup. I've spent the money and invested in, video
When you
equipment.
were one thing that what you could use, I think I showed this before, is like if you're sitting there and you want to do like a little tutorial or whatever, you can use this here thing, my bobber.
Yep.
It's like it snaps in somehow. Snaps in like that. You put it around your neck, and your phone will stick to this. And it's
Yeah, well, don't
adjustable.
ah, no.
It's
If you
adjustable.
if you remember, I had invested in. I haven't even had the chance to unpack my camera bag.
Oh,
This is my camera bag. Because I've got all these SD cards with all the footage on it. But this here, I had invested in the gimbal. Problem over there was you have to have internet to use this. Okay,
oh, you
and
do?
over there, yeah, you have to have internet because it goes via Bluetooth, and there's an app you have to log into to be able to use it. It does work. I did use it when I was around the house, just checking it out, playing around a little bit. So I'm going to play around a little bit more. This will be great for when I'm out and about on the island, or I am like at a craft show or something like that. It's heavy. It's very well made.
Oh yeah, the gimbal I have too. Like and I'm not very strong because of the pain and all that stuff. But yeah,
Yep.
mine's Mine's pretty
I
heavy.
I gave my other 2 gimbals away. Oh, well, better you, Melissa. I don't wanna see any snow. I know I'm gonna get it, but I don't wanna see it. I'm gonna hibernate. I'm gonna hibernate. I'm gonna become a bear.
Yeah, I think Dean said we're supposed to get some next Sunday. So Saturday is probably going to be our grocery day, which is great. When he's off, we can go through the week if need be.
Yeah, I have to go to St. John Tuesday for the CAT scan. I'm gonna, pick up things. I finally gonna get to the jewelers and have him a gimbal is something they call it your, cameraman. A gimbal rotates, and it'll follow you. Like Ozbot is what they call a, pan, tilt, zoom. Like, if I do this, it'll zoom in, it'll zoom out, and if I put it on pan, tilt, it will follow me. And a gimbal also helps steady, it steadies your video so you don't get that shaky when people are walking and you get
Oh,
seasick.
yeah.
Like a steady
I
cam,
won't deal with
exactly.
it. Like, this is what mine looks like. And it's got weight to it. And yeah, like you put your phone in there. Once you get your phone in there, it will like, and it's turned on, it will like stay it right away.
Darlene, check your
And
signal.
check my what?
Check your you're breaking up. You're
Oh, am I?
Yep. You're choppy now.
Okay. I don't know how to check that.
I'm just gonna check my signal here. Nope, I got a good signal. Make sure it wasn't mine.
How do you check
Um,
that?
I don't know. Mine gets crazy sometimes too. Okay, Mandy. Yep. Okay. Um, I got one. This you're talking probably 4 years ago. I did a fashion show on my deck, on my camcorder, my old camcorder that I sent my son, and I'm running back and forth, start stop, start stop. The gimbal that I have, I can set it up on a tripod, okay, and it can follow me, and I have a remote that I can pause it and stuff. So that's one of the reasons I got it for is if I want to be out and about someplace, I can set it up on a tripod, and I can not have to run back and make it more fluid. The way it flows, not so choppy. Again, something to have fun with next summer when I'm out and about on the island and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty much similar to what you have there too. You know, and I did try it, but when I was in Australia, I purchased what's called an eSIM card. Learned a new tech thing, and I was able to. It gave me an actual Australian phone number, and I was given so much data, and I think 250 minutes of phone calls on my phone when I was away from the Wi-Fi at Dick and Gary's. You know, we were traveling, but the problem was hooking into the internet. It wasn't for the gimbal. You know, again, we're having our tech hour. Absolutely, golden age. Hey, I've got a lot of people said, "Hey," I said, "Come on, I'm working on my guest room." That's another one of my things I've got to do. But
Oh, it's beautiful there.
everybody asked me, did I want to come back? And then I showed them some pictures of sunrise and sunsets here. I says, "What do you think?" I said, "Yes and no." It was good to get back home because Pingelly's a lot like the island, just without the water view. But I missed my family, I missed my puppies, you know, but I didn't miss the cold. I absolutely hate the cold with a passion, and the older I get, the more I hate it. I have never liked it. As a child, I didn't like playing in the snow. Okay, Dragon Cat, thank you so much for coming in. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for
Yes,
coming. Yeah,
Dragon
we're gonna be
Cat.
on here till about for another 15, 20 minutes, then we're gonna bolt because I gotta run down island to get some taco seasoning. So I'm gonna make taco dip tonight for supper. I've been
Tonight
hungry.
we're having spaghetti with meatballs.
I've got some sauce frozen in the freezer, and I got a new meatball make thing to save on my hands, but it makes the meatballs. And I'm getting my pasta machine back from Cameron. He's had it the last 4 or 5 months. He had a ball using my pasta machine. But no, and I actually want to find some time to really sit and I what's that? Darlene and I, a few years ago, were supposed to go to the PEI Fiber Festival. It
Yeah.
was the year that Hurricane Fiona came in.
Fiona, that wicked witch.
Yeah, Wicked Witch. Sometimes I need something that's mindless to work on, and I had made a decision that I'm not gonna just sit here and look at the bougie yarn and some of my merinos. So all these minis I have, because there's more about that's my big tote thing full of whips. But what I did, I don't know what got it. I got a bug up my butt. I got a bug up my butt. I gotta put this. I gotta grab the one hook I'm
Called
not using.
starditis.
Well, I wanted something like if I'm just sitting there, I wanted to work on granny squares. So I'm like, yeah, because I've got a whole big box of granny squares, 4 projects. But I started doing granny squares out of my minis. I'll tell you what takes the longest. This is winding up into balls all the minis. Oi, takes forever.
Mm.
I grabbed 12 minis because these are all going to be blues and green based, a little bit of tamp, and I'm going to go through because I have 2 jars. I had bought one, and then Sis surprised me with one, so I have 2. So I'm going to go through.
And then last year I gave you some of mine.
Yep. I got to take this out because I was going to use this white to connect it, but I'm going to put this back. I might use something different. I don't know what I'm going to do with this being so nice. I mean, the merino, nylon merino, it's such a nice. I can't see using this for a blanket.
Oh my gosh, you should try it with socks. My Christmas ones, that's what
Yeah.
I use. That stuff from Arcane Fibers.
Oh yeah, all my socks are merino nylon based. And
well,
they're all
I usually use I have a pair that's wool and just nylon and what is it?
merino.
Whatever.
Oh,
Oh, but this stuff, oh my goodness.
it
Oh
makes
my
a
goodness.
difference, but this, I
So
mean,
soft.
my sock yarns are the same. They're soft and they're squishy. But I mean, and they're it's just the solid granny that I'm doing, the 3.5 crochet hook, and it's like 5 rounds. So you can see what the colors of the project are going to be. Then I started thinking, well, I could make a top with these.
Yes, definitely. You
You
make
know,
different sizes, like add to one if you wanted to, or make
yeah,
one smaller, whatever.
yeah, because I've got a whole shoebox full of squares, and then we did our 2 years ago. We exchanged squares for Happy Mail Advent, and I have those. Those I'm all going to put into my manic blanket. It's called a manic blanket because it has no rhyme, no reason. It's all over the place. Different sizes, textures, knitting, crocheting. I crocheted up one of those all-in-one grannies in the blue, the white, and the purple, and I want to make like a bag with it. And again, for gifts too. I mean, if I want to give, I do a gift away and put something I made into it, But this is just a quick. I can sit there and I can put one of these. Like I said, it takes longer to wind the ball than it does to crochet the square, and I'm doing them with 3.5 millimeter hook. But yeah, because so I got a few. I got a few done. But I was just sitting there. Welcome in, Zara. Welcome in, my dear.
Hope you're having a good evening, Zara.
So that's one of the things that's in my. That's going to be. I'm going to be talking about in my whips. Work the whips 2025. But
well, I hope you have a great time with them.
Okay, Zara. No, Zara, no apologies necessary. Enjoy time. Family first. Yes. Family times first. That's why I'm running this until, like I said, for another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna shuffle on out of here and go take care of some stuff. Again, I've got to do some computer work also. I gotta get a financial statement ready for the chamber.
I want to work on my sweater. I can't do 2 things at one time when I'm doing that because
I gotta finish. I got to finish the part 2. I've got to
Oh,
finish part 1 and get it uploaded.
here, Zara. I'll show you where you're since you're here. My progress of my sweater. It's my progress so far. Isn't it pretty? So pretty. I love it. And it's gonna be so soft too.
So don't forget, everybody that's here. Number 1, go back and look at the video for when I show the Aberdeen mystery bags. Watch it and see what you have to do because the gift away closes
Thank you.
10th, and then I'm going to draw the 11th for the winner. Accountability, hashtag work the whips 2025.
2025.
Can you go through all your whips? There's no shaming here. Just like we don't yarn shame, we don't stash shame, we don't do any of that. And
after that, I have to do Dean's poncho.
Yeah, and tell me how many whips you have. I'm a monogamous wife, but I am not a monogamous crafter. I have, there's so much I want to do, and there's so many different types I do between the Tunisian, the knitting, the crochet, the thread, all of it. I just want to do it all.
Yes,
So
I do too. I think it's amazing that you can do so many different things at once.
Oh no, I'm not that bad.
I have to concentrate on one at a time. I can't do more than that because
I might have 15.
I'll lose the interest in it.
Yep, I might have 15. I might have 15 around there, but 4 of them are, and a lot of my projects are major, big size projects. 2 blankets, 3 sweaters, joggers, the 3 shawls of Lindsay's that I have going. Solar Flare is almost done. Some of them
socks.
1 pair. I've got all my other pair of socks done. But yeah, so it just message me, comment, post in the IS, comment on here, comment on the I'm going to start a thread in the community tab of how many whips do you have? So I think I have right around 15. I'd like to keep it under 6.
I don't know how you people can do more than one at a time. I can do 2 socks at a time, but it's a pair.
Yeah. Well,
do I can't.
I have some that I need to work on, and again, I'm gonna put together in my thing my TV crafting. If I want to go in and watch TV, it's something like my granny squares. If I'm just working on something and stockinette, I can do it. Something I don't have to worry about paying attention. Stop, Opie. I don't have to pay attention to a pattern like Solar Flare. No.
Oh yeah, that's like this here thing with Dean's. I know the pattern that I'm going to use all that stuff, but like I've got the yarn. This is the color and that he
Mary Maxim.
And this is the pattern. But this here yarn is like it's too thick. Like the drape is crappy on this because it's like more of a 5 weight.
Go to a bigger hook. You should have just gone to a bigger knitting needle. That's all you should have done.
Oh, these are like an 8. I'm using.
I would have gone to a 10.
But I don't like using this thick stuff either.
You have to.
It won't be so bad.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yes, well, I like the small stuff.
I actually have that alpaca from Mary Maxim in gray, blue, and a few of those.
Called, where are my glasses at? Where the heck are they?
I don't know.
Get old and you have. My brothers think it's like crazy that I have contacts and I still have to use reading glasses. And actually, I'm not sure how to pronounce that word.
Sandune.
No, it's that one.
No, that's color. They're just different. The dialog, those different names. It's Sandune. The color's down a little further. Underneath that, the dialog says.
Oh,
Sandune.
I see it down there. You see, I was looking at that. Ah, duh. So hopefully I think I bought 11 of these.
Yeah, they were on sale for a really good price. I've actually got to get in contact because they overcharged me. They were on sale for $3.49. They charged me $5.94. I've got to get a hold of Mary Maxim and talk to them and say, hey, you owe me some money.
I don't know. I have their sock thing, their newest sock one coming. That I thought I'd have it by now.
I found out what happened with the kits. There was a couple people were getting kit stuff. My card got hacked. They sent me a new credit card, and that was the one that was being charged on. It took a little bit of research to find out what was going on. So,
Wow.
I haven't gotten any more. I'm not going to renew it. I've got enough to work on. I've got enough sock yarn to work on. I do have some new sock patterns. This stack of patterns I got from the mystery bags. I mean, I'll be giving these patterns.
Oh yeah, some of those are really nice.
They'll be going into people's packages and stuff. But there's some in here I want to make. I gotta ball this up. I got a whole thing of yarn I just stuck underneath my Addy there, and I'm gonna use my Addy mushroom because I bought the work table to it. And sometimes I just sit there and and let it do its thing. But I'll show you what it looks like for the blanket. And what I'm going to do, and I come up with this idea. I got the box of the bloom I got specifically to do this blanket in, and these aren't even stretched out or blocked or anything yet. It's folded in half. It's taller than I am. I'm going to take I'm going to have one of these, and then I'm going to have a solid. I have to go through my acrylic solids and see which one works best in my Addy. And then it's going to be paired with this one. And it's going to take work, so I got to line everything up. And then once thank you, Dawn. Once it's together, okay, each one of these blocks is going to get a knot like the old-fashioned knotted quilts to make it look like a mock quilt.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's just it. That's why I waited 4 years to buy an Addy till it went on sale. And then I have a smaller one. What I'm going to do with this is this is the waist yarn. I'm going to take the ends and make so it looks like a piece of candy. And I'm going to stuff it for a neck pillow. If you're just for a neck pillow.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes, Suzanne, my husband has to wear glasses when he's on the computer also.
Dawn Aaron is my Advent partner this year. Christine and Denise are partners. Zara and Darlene are partners. Welcome in, Sammy Jazz. Welcome in.
Yes, and I'm thinking oh my gosh, it's only one a month, and now I want to send her all kinds.
I know.
I sent her those free ones that I got through that Maritime Fiber, Family Fiber. But I said those are not part of your Advent.
Dawn wants to learn how to knit. Sharon loves purples down there for the next couple months, so Sharon's a knitter, and she's going to get Dawn knitting. But I already have patterns selected up until May for her, and some are knitting, but I have crochet in there. Her first one I sent her is crochet, and she likes charts. So, and again, partners, if you want to share on the yayas what your pattern is, you can put a quick clip up of a video of what you got for your pattern, and you can show it when you finish it. I am waiting to start mine because Dawn is dyeing yarn specifically for this pattern for me to do in this pattern. So I have to wait for it. It's called Falderall, and looking forward to doing it. Yeah, it's charted, but it's also written. We discussed this again. Talk with your partner. Now, I know Christine doesn't work from patterns. She does a lot of it just from her head, which is
wow.
Yeah, I can't do that. But Christine, I talked with your partner. She has some questions for me, and I think I gave her some help. I hope I did. And oh no, Dawn, don't take your time, dear. Take your time. When you see my whips and my hashtag work the whips 2025
She doesn't
part
need
one
another one.
1 and 2 videos. I've got to get like 6 whips done just to get me down to 10. But some of them are ongoing. That teardrop Afghan I started 4 years ago. So I have to make 128 motifs. I think I've got 60 made. There are a lot, and then there's specifically how they've got to be put together and connected.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Christine works from tutorials, but
Okay.
one of the purposes of this is to maybe try, like we did with the kits, just trying new things now. So who knows, Christine? Maybe, but I talked with your partner and I gave her some ideas. Hopefully, that's okay. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure, but I also told her, finding out about all these things, and some people let their yarn talk to them, which I do. I look at the yarn and I say that I know what I'm gonna make with that. But sometimes it's a pattern. I see a pattern and it says something to me about a particular person. That it's just kismet that this pattern was meant for them to do. Um, Welcome in, Ellen. Welcome in. I have there's a bunch of
Welcome.
people here that are participating in the Happy Mail Advent Project. Again, I want to say this year is the most we've had doing it. And because it is digital, it's more affordable, and it's, but it's a lot of fun. I already know what I'm doing for my 12 days of Advent. I already know that. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, Zara and I talked about it, and we have it figured out. But I told her I only had she's going to pick out all the projects for me, all the patterns. I said I only have one request, and that's I don't. If you're on the Yarny Yayas on
Welcome in,
Facebook,
Barbara
you would
Jazz.
have seen her test pattern of that snowflake,
Yep.
and it's on Ravelry, and I don't do PayPal,
Yep.
so she gave me that.
Okay. Welcome in, Fiber Jazz, Rebecca. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing.
Welcome.
Yep. Consider subscribing because, hey, let's grow the family. And if you want to be eligible to win the giveaways that I do throughout the year and the monthly giveaways that are going to be being done on both the Yayas and Hooking and Stitching, you gotta be subscribed, or you gotta be a member of the group. And it will vary. Some will be yarn, some will be a digital, some will be, PayPal or whatever. It's gonna be something, but it's my way of saying thank you for putting up with me for 5.5 years. Wow, can you believe 5.5 years? My goal is to get to 2K by August. That is my goal, 2K by August.
Yeah, it is perfect, and it was a test pattern that she did.
The work, I'll
It's
tell you,
gorgeous.
the people that are on the Yayas, I get so much inspiration. And the thing is, a lot of us have done the same patterns. Some of us has finished them, some of us haven't, some of us ran into problems, or some of us just got overwhelmed with projects. But it's a private group. It's a safe space. The same as here's a safe space for people. That's what the Yayas, and I started that shortly after, 3 or 4 months after I started doing YouTube. And they're connected. The one place I do nothing on TikTok. I don't even have the app on my phone. Is Instagram. I do post once in a while on Instagram, but a lot of times what I post up there would be stuff going on at work, the geese and stuff like that. But I do post once in a while an object of that, but usually I'm cross posting. A lot of times when I post on Facebook goes to Instagram and Instagram goes to Facebook, cross posting. I'm working on it. Okay. There are people that said, if you have the time, I can grow the channel. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
But
And
there's
with
no
your
rush.
help, exactly. It's all about the process. It's all about the process. For me, life is a process. And yeah, one step at a time. 1 hour, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 moment at a time. That's the way to live.
Yeah, and
No
you were
stress.
talking about when we do things together, and that this guy.
Yeah, we did our Grinches together. You, Zara, and I did did Grinch.
I was the pokey one, which is fine because I'm slow. I can't work on them all day and all that stuff. But we did. We all did this guy. I just need to get something to fix his fingers. And then his poofy hair.
Oh, my niece loved that. She loved taking the hat off.
Yeah. But yeah. And I think I did a little bit different than you guys. I actually used amigurumi eyes and nose. And I did some things a little different than the pattern. But yeah. He's so cute. He's one Christmas decoration that's not going to be going away. He'll be out all year.
No, I've got to put it. I'm going to put a shelf up for my Darlene's made. I have a family of amigurumis. Annabelle, Amelia,
Tigger,
Tigger, Olaf, and my puppy. And I named my puppy, and I forget what I named my puppy. Or maybe I don't think I decided on a name for my puppy yet.
Your puppy is like a couple years old.
Yeah, and I don't think I named it. I don't think I gave her a name.
Because I left that one up to you. The other ones I named.
Valeria, probably after my Valeria.
And I named the other ones with A's because your name started with an A.
Annabelle and Amelia. Yep. And my name begins with an A. Antoinette. Although the videos you see me put up from Australia, you're going to hear Tony. Back in the day, people called me Tony. I like my name, Antoinette. It's got a lot of family history behind it, and I like my name.
I think I know why they would call you Tony. Because Antoinette is almost like Anthony. And an Anthony is a Tony.
Actually, Antoinette is the female version of Antonio.
Oh, Antonio. Okay. I was close.
If looking through my family tree, if you look through my family tree, you'll see different spellings for Antoinette. And my grandmother used to call me Antoinette in Italian. And I knew I was in big trouble. And my mother, of course, would say, Antoinette Philomena. And finally, she changed my middle name to Phyllis instead of Philomena. My signature was that long. And in first grade, you're trying to do, oh, stop. You're trying to learn your cursive, and you have a name that has 28 letters in it. That's a lot for a kid to have to do.
Did you put them on the yayas, the Grinch ornaments?
I don't. Dimitri, put that on the yayas so we can see it. My Grinch, I don't even know if I think I posted a picture on the yayas. My Grinch is in Australia. It flew over to Australia, and it's there with my great niece. Nom nom, as she calls it. How cute. No, I don't have any ammies. I ripped my dragon completely apart. I've got a few more pieces apart because I'm going to change the yarn I was doing the dragon with. Because I want to do mine in the sea green and the white.
Yeah, I think you showed me.
Yep, that'll go with the Kraken really good.
Maybe I should do that this year. My dragon. I only got the head done.
I got to redo the whole. I'm redoing the whole thing, especially since I got those new dragon eyes. So, what's everybody's plans for today? I know it's Sunday, day of rest, and all that, but
working on my top.
Well, I'm gonna go cook. I got to run down island quickly. I have a class I got to do online for teaching because I have a marine first aid class coming up the end of the month, beginning of February. I've got to recertify the whole crew, all the crews for the coastal, and a couple fishermen. And to do it, I have to take. It's just a virtual class I got to do just to have the endorsement on my ticket. Bumble Abominable Hat, a Mad Mimi Fun Hook. Okay, Mad Lala. She's crazy. Lala, living up in Alaska.
Yeah, amigurumis, you have to be pretty tight with your stitches. This is my first knitted one, which is a lot different, especially stuffing.
Okay, Christine.
But
geez, Christine, I should send you my cross stitch project that I've never finished, and it's in I need somebody that is a Christian, that likes cross stitch to finish it. I should send it to you. It's the footprints in the sand. I started it 30 years ago, and I've never finished it.
I loved cross stitching. That was my first real love, but arthritis has stopped that.
Maybe maybe I'll just send that to Christine, and she can frame it and put it up in her craft room.
Well, yeah, and a few years ago, I gave you a bunch to give away.
Yep. Oh yeah, those went to
HD, I think, got a lot, didn't she?
HD got a lot, and so did my head just. Okay. I'm up in the air. Well, like I said, I've got a lot of work. I got to finish. I got to do. Oh, you did too, Suzanne? Awesome. Awesome.
Oh,
Post it. Post it so we can see it.
yeah, really.
I've got to come on, stop. Finish editing part 1, and then I've got to film part 2 of the hashtag Work the Whips 2025 because it's also giving me what I have on the go. Most of them I can remember in my head, but I'm also finding all my hooks. And I don't really think there's anything I'm going to frog that I haven't already frogged. Like my priestess coat, that's in frog mode. That's in frog mode. Oh, okay. That sounds like everybody's got some great projects going on. Hey, if you're not a member of the channel or a member of the Yayas over on Facebook, it is a private group, but just ask to join. The only thing I do is Darlene and I will approve you, but all I do is I go and check profiles. And if I see 0 about crochet, I don't approve.
Or knitting or amigurumi.
Well, yeah, craft, fiber arts. Yeah, the fiber arts. Because we've had some, just like I have a list on here, the people that are blocked.
So, Rebecca, is that like black yarn that you're using?
Oh, wow.
I've never. Queensland Rainbow Shawl.
Okay, I am. We have about 10 minutes, and I'm going to wrap this up. I went past what I was going to do. I was going to do an hour and a half, and I'm approaching an hour and 3/4. Oh, wow, that'll be beautiful. Come over,
yes,
join the Yayas. Join the Yayas. I was reading someplace, Facebook is supposed to be updating and so I can do a live, because I used to do lives on Facebook. Can I dual stream from StreamYard? Yes, but it degraded the quality of the stream, and it was really hard on Facebook and StreamYard. It just took too much bandwidth up, and it was awful. So YouTube is usually where I do my live streams, but I'm getting more active on the the Yayas, because I try to do both. And now that I have a little more time on my hands, that I can devote to doing this, I want to do a live on the Yayas. I mean, it's only fair, it's only fair. And welcome to all the new Yayas, and welcome to the new Island Yarnies.
Also, aren't all the Yayas are part of this group?
Pretty much all of the Yayas are family members here, and some are Island Yarnies. There are some people that don't do Facebook, and so they get everything over here. But most everybody is cross members.
Platform.
Yeah, they're cross platforms.
Oh, we just got somebody asking to join Yayas.
Yes, I see that. Go ahead and check it out. But so that and Darlene's my admin, other admin on Facebook. So I have 2 people, because when I was working full time, it was really hard for me. Really hard, because internet was so crappy. You too, Christine. Have a blessed Sunday, dear. Have a blessed Sunday, and I hope you're feeling better. And I am catching up on watching. I've been going, and you'll see me leave a heart and a thumbs up on the video, and I try to put some comments. But I also go back and comment on videos. But by hearting I've watched it, and I try to leave comments. So I have watched. So I am trying to get it, and I'm trying to get some watch hours for some people that are trying to get their watch hours up. I mean, we all are trying to get our. I mean, I'm like 3,400, something like that. 600 away from my 4,000. It gets there, it gets there. Simple double stitch. Oh, that'll be pretty. Christine, have a wonderful day, dear. Have a wonderful day. So, does anybody have any requests, questions, queries, comments that they want to put in before I get ready to wrap this up? I want to thank everybody. If you're watching a replay, thank you for watching a replay. Don't leave your thummies. I want to thank everybody that came today. I so enjoy it. And it's nice that our numbers don't get so big that I can't see everybody and interact with everybody. That's what I like about being one of the smaller channels. I'm able to interact with you. I'm able to go and I read every one of my comments.
You're part of the group.
Yep. Melissa, if you look in the description box, if you just go to Facebook groups, search Yarny Yayas, and it comes up. Just ask to join the group, and then we approve you. Here. It's called the Yarny.
You're welcome.
Yayas. That's the name on Facebook. Yeah, they frown upon us putting other links from other platforms in here. But and we'll prove it, no problem. And we have a lot of great content goes up on there. It does. Oh, thank you. Again, it's a safe space for you. I'm very protective of everybody. It's the mother in me, the mother hen. And we enjoy it. And again, there's giveaways that are going to go on over at Yayas as well as here. You know, but I just want the words aren't enough to how I feel to say thank you. You guys give me a very warm feeling that
you too, Ellen.
Thank you, Golden Age. Thank you. You too, Ellen. Thank you very much. Thank you to my moderators who always do a wonderful job. Thank you so much. Believe me, they got a rough job sometimes. There you go. They got a rough job sometimes. The last live stream was pretty rough with things. If you notice, I don't set my chat to subscribers only. Okay. Because one of the things is somebody that may not be sure if this is for them, and they come and they watch a live and they interact with us. And they think, oh, geez, this is something I might like. Then they can subscribe. Okay. If I send it to subscriber only mode, well, only subscribers that are already here can participate. So this way,
unless it's a special thing that.
Well, exactly. When I had the my anniversary in August, that is subscriber only because there's a lot of giveaways that go on during these big things. Last year I did my birthday, subscribers only. I don't use the word subscriber. Fiber family, but
Fiber family.
Good afternoon, Denise. Oh, geez, Christine just left here. She was here. She was here. Just getting ready to wrap everything up. But if you're just coming in, you can always watch the replay. Don't mind the watch hours. And something might be going on that we said or we're talking about that'll click with you. But yeah.
A lot of hearts.
Thank you, Zara. Thank you.
Oh.
But no. So whether you're just a Fiber family member, a Yaya, an Island Yarny, no worries, dear, or you're all of the above. I appreciate each and every one of you that comes here, posts, comments, participates, the Yayas, all of it. Because we have a wonderful community and big part of my life. You really are. You're a big part of my life. I used to hear, you spend too much time in your craft room on a computer with your yarny people, as my husband would say. Yarny people.
Yarny people.
Yeah. Well, so
the other day, Dean was like saying he thinks it's just wonderful that I have you in my life and I have all of you in my life. Yep. That I'm making these friends with the same, like we have the same love for what we are doing.
Yep.
And yeah. You were saying that the other day.
Yep, it is. And it does. And like I said, and the one thing when you come here, there's no dramas. No drama zone. I bet you are. Yeah, we all are. I'm a little bit wackadoodle, but that goes with the territory.
But
So
you know
listen,
what?
everybody.
We
What?
all are. And if we weren't, then it'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. So if you're watching the replay or you're here live, I
Yeah.
hope wherever you're at, you're staying safe, you're healthy, you're happy, doing what it is that makes you happy. And remember, hug, smiles, and happiness. Pass it on. Make the world a better place each and every day. Be the light in somebody's dark day. And remember, I'll see you in the next video. Here's
Yeah.
bye for now for this live. I'm going to be live next Sunday too. And I love you all. Thank you so much. Exactly, Denise. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for
Thank you
coming.
all.
And I don't have the live schedules, but I know there's other people that are on live. Go check them out. Share the love. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Do all that thing, thumbs, all that good stuff. And I'll see you later. Love you. Sis, I will talk to you later on.
Okay.
Love you.
Y'all have a good one. Happy New Year. Bye.